What is Kings Island up to? Because everything pointed to the park debuting their next major thrill coaster in 2026. And now the park, since Cedar Fair and Six Flags merged, they just released a statement and saying that for 2026, Kings Island is going to debut a brand new thrilling family attraction. And notice, they didn't use the word roller coaster in that description like they did for Magic Mountain, Great Adventure, as well as over Texas. So what does that mean? Will Kings Island actually be getting a coaster in 2026? If so, what kind will it be? And most importantly, when will Kings Island build their next major thrill coaster? Because after all, Orion, the park's last major coaster, opened up in the year 2020, which is unheard of for Kings Island, because Diamondback opened up in 2009, Banshee opened up in 2014, Mystic 2017, and Orion 2020. So to say that Kings Island's overdue is an understatement, but I have a crazy thought that kind of makes sense near the end of the video that you do not want to miss. Now I know I'm not going to be the only one disappointed if Kings Island debuts a brand new thrilling family coaster in the Vortex plot of land. I always felt like that area was destined for the next major ride, whether it's a Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster, or a Mach Ride Striker Coaster, or an RMC Hybrid Coaster, something in that area I just felt like needed to dominate the Coney Mall section of the park like Vortex once did. But sadly, it sounds like that's not the case, because there's a very, very good chance that Vortex plot of land is now going to be used for this new family attraction, and I don't know how to feel about that. What are your thoughts on it? Because I'm a little bit disappointed, I guess you can say. But here is something that I've been thinking about, and what if this new family thrill attraction will be located in the Crypt building? Yes, the Tomb Raider building that's been sitting there unoccupied for years now. Maybe it's time that Six Flags, the new Six Flags, is going to build a brand new family thrill attraction inside and maybe outside of this building. For one, I would be okay with that, because you're taking that area and doing something with it, opposed to just having this giant building that you can see walking down Rivertown, and honestly, it's kind of ugly. It kind of ruins the whole feeling of Rivertown, and it's just unfortunate because that building's been there for over 20 years now. So that is what I would love for this family thrill attraction to be, maybe like a flying theater, a dark ride-ish type of ride, or maybe even an indoor-outdoor family Wild Mouse coaster that offers a bunch of indoor sections as well as some cool outdoor sections of the layout. Something along those lines would be a huge hit for Kings Island and do really well for the park. But the thing is that the Kings Island just opened up their brand new family Vekoma Boomerang coaster in 2024. So does the park really need a new family coaster or even a family attraction in 2026? Again, I'm a little bit shocked about this decision, especially with Cedar Point, because Top Thrill 2 opened up in 2024, Siren's Curse 2025. I was expecting Cedar Point to open up their next major coaster in 2027, while Kings Island opened up their next major coaster in 2026. But apparently that's all out the window unless this rides some major family thrill coaster like a Big Bear Mountain. Something like that in the Vortex plot of land from Vekoma, I would not complain about that, because let's be honest, Big Bear Mountain is a top 3 coaster at Dollywood. Even with the thousands and thousands of trees that Dollywood planted around Big Bear Mountain, so you actually feel like you're looking for the bear in the woods and not a grass field. Dollywood really missed the mark on that, because there's no trees at all around Big Bear Mountain, and that really is unfortunate. But besides that, the coaster is awesome, it's a ton of fun, and would do so well at Kings Island. So something like that I can definitely see. So whatever's coming in 2026, I think it's going to be fun, hopefully, whether it's a dark ride or a coaster. They didn't say the word coaster. That's why I'm 50-50 on if this will actually be a coaster or just some form of attraction for the park. Which brings me to 2027. I mean, we could see Cedar Point and Kings Island both debut new coasters the same year. I doubt it, especially if Kings Island does get a family coaster in 2026. I do not see the park adding a major thrill coaster the year following that. On top of that, here's my crazy idea with Kings Island. And now that there's a whole entire new company practically, with Cedar Fair calling the shots and the Six Flags and Cedar Fair merged, what if Cedar Point is going to be the thrill destination, where you have some great kid rides, family rides, but the top thrill rides in the world? And that's a great marketing power. You can go there for a couple of days and have a wonderful time. What if the plan for Kings Island is now not really about all the thrills, but solid family additions to the park, like a brand new coaster like Big Bear Mountain? I mean, I hate to say it, but we've kind of already seen this in the past couple years with the trend that Cedar Fair has for Kings Island. Because in 2023, we saw El Loco, or the teacup ride, whatever, the barrel ride open up, as well as Soul Spin, I think it's called, right next to Adventure Express. Sorry, Kings Island's not my home park anymore. I don't remember all the names of the rides. And then in 2024, we saw Camp Snoopy, followed by 2025, the new water coaster at Soak City. But here's the thing about that water coaster. If you look at it, it's not that thrilling. It's not that extreme. All it is a drop, one uphill water coaster section, and then the rest feels like a regular water slide. Not to be negative, but this new water slide isn't that large. And that's more family oriented, which maybe for marketing wise, it does make sense. Go to Cedar Point for 2 days and enjoy all the thrill rides and coasters, and then come down, drive 3 hours south to go to Kings Island for the best, or one of the best, family experiences that you can find in any theme park here in America. I hope I'm wrong. I think Kings Island desperately deserves a thrilling, top 10 worthy coaster, and I hope that they get it. But it sounds like it's not going to come in 2026, 2027, maybe 2028. And speaking of Kings Island, if you're planning on visiting the park, then you definitely want to check out my Kings Island theme park guide in the video at the bottom of your screen right here, where I share with you all sorts of must-know tips about visiting the park. With that being said, what's your thoughts on Kings Island's future? Let me know. And as always, this is Theme Park Brandon. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to smile today, think positive, and of course, keep riding coasters.